it's Riley here and welcome back to another video and happy Monday. It's Monday morning and I just got ready for work. This is my work polo. We have little polos that they gave us for free for work. I don't wear it every day, but today I decided to wear it. It just makes getting ready a lot easier. And I'm excited to take you along in this work week in my life. I think this week is going to be a little bit different and it might be really busy because we are actually starting to work with an auditor at my job this week. For those of you who don't know, I work as an assistant controller for an emergency services company in Florida. And basically what that means is they're in the construction business. If people have water leaks in their home, plumbing issues, they do mold remediation and they do a lot of rebuild, they do drywall, repainting, things like that. And I think this is week 7 now at my job, so it is really new to me still, but so far so good and I really like it. It's been going very well. I think the work is starting to pick up a little bit, but I'm really excited for it and I'm really excited to learn, hopefully, a lot of new things. And so I thought this would be a great week to vlog a week in my life. But anyways, I just got ready. I do have a bun, so I look bald, but I just got ready for work and I'm sitting here with my morning coffee and I'm gonna go and get my lunch ready as well and then probably head out. What a dreary Monday. Okay guys, it is 12:45 now and I'm finally having my lunch, thank goodness, because I'm starving. We had a call with our auditor. I think I mentioned that this morning, but I know I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you guys a whole lot today. So here, let me turn down the air conditioning too. But I want you guys to be able to hear me. Okay, so we had a call with our auditor and that went pretty well. There's definitely going to be a lot for me to work on, which I'm very excited about because I think it's going to be good stuff. I think I'm going to be learning a lot and I am going to be able to help out with fixed assets, which at my last job, actually my last 2 jobs, I did a lot with fixed assets. So I'm happy that I can contribute in that way again to this new job. And I don't think I mentioned it yet, but I did officially sign a piece of paper saying that my title is switching from staff accountant to assistant controller. I started my new job about 2 months ago now, a month and a half ago. I think I'm on week 7, I said. And I mentioned in my other video, but when I got hired, they took me on as a staff accountant / assistant controller. So they really wanted it to be a training position where they could have somebody who had a lot of experience and some potential to grow into the role of an assistant controller. And I made it through my first 6 weeks as a staff accountant, quote unquote, and I filled all of my staff accountant duties. I think I've been doing a pretty good job just based on their feedback. At least I hope that I have. And yesterday, yesterday was Sunday, but last week I officially signed a piece of paper changing my job title from staff accountant to assistant controller. So I'm super excited. I know it sounds like a big jump from staff accountant to assistant controller, but like I said, they just had the staff accountant position. That was just a title that they used to fill the position, but they really wanted to fill an assistant controller position. So I am really excited that I've earned my new title. It's only day 1, but like I said, I just sat in on a meeting with our auditor and that lasted for a good hour and a half. And that was just the controller and myself walking the auditor through what our processes are for our different areas. So like our accounts payable process, our accounts receivables process, and our payroll process. Those were the major things that we went through with the auditor. So he's going to be sending us a request list and everything that he will need from us over the next couple of weeks. So that will keep me very busy, but all good stuff. It's about 8:15 right now, and I actually got home from work at a pretty decent time tonight. I left around 6 and I made it home by 6:30. So it wasn't as late of a night as I was expecting. I told you guys over lunch that I'm expecting some longer weeks, some longer days. So we'll see, probably starting tomorrow. But tonight wasn't too bad. Got home around 6:30 and I showered, which is why my hair looks crazy like this. And I just ate some dinner, and I honestly am probably gonna go to bed really soon because I am really tired. I stayed up way too late last night for a Sunday night. I think I just need to go to bed at a reasonable time tonight, even though it's only 8:15, but 8:15 sounds like a reasonable time for me. And Garrett's here too. We're just chilling. We're having a very chill evening. What game are you playing?
House Flipper.
House Flipper. Very exciting evening of Garrett playing House Flipper and me watching Garrett play House Flipper. Before this day goes any further, I definitely need some coffee this morning. Okay, I got the water for the coffee. The only bad thing about living in Florida is the water here is toxic. I don't know if it's actually toxic, but it's like really gross and not good for you. So this coffee pot takes up like our entire Brita. But gotta do what you gotta do. This is the coffee we've been using recently. We really like the Black Rifle coffee brand. They also have iced coffees, and we have some of that in the fridge as well. I always take one to work now with me, and we just have been really liking this brand. We had never tried it before and just got it from Walmart, and it's delicious. Okay, we got our coffee in there. Gonna brew. And while the coffee is brewing, I'm going to finish getting ready for the day because I look crazy. I also didn't know how to use one of those coffee machines until like a year ago, which is really embarrassing, and I don't know if I want to put that out there, but Garrett was like, that's a life skill that you need to have. That is just a basic life skill. And I was like, I've never had to make coffee in a regular coffee machine before because I have my Nespresso, and since I've drank coffee, or I went to like Starbucks or Dunkin' in college, so never had that problem before. But anyways, as you can see now, I just filmed it to prove I know how to make coffee in a regular coffee machine. Okay, I just finished getting ready for the day, so now I'm going to go enjoy that coffee that I brewed about 30 minutes ago, and I need to pack my lunch still. So, I need to do those two things before I leave. You guys, I am an absolute mess right now. I was getting ready to leave and then my stomach was like, oh, nope, that coffee's hitting ya, and it was time to go to the bathroom. So now I am scrambling per usual to get to work before 8 a.m. All right. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has been interrupting me in every video. All right. Time to go. So now we're driving, we're going. It says I should get there at 7:52, so not terribly late like I was worried about. Sometimes traffic is just so bad though, it's really hard to tell. But anyways, I'm waiting on two things for work. I'm waiting on a file from our auditor that he's gonna send us a request list of everything we need to provide for him for our audit. And so a lot of that is going to be me providing support for him. And then I'm also waiting on our tax accountant. We have a separate accountant that does all of our tax stuff for us. A big misconception is that if you're an accountant, you do taxes. I have never touched taxes a day in my life except for my own taxes every April 15th, and I use TurboTax. I know absolutely nothing about taxes, just being honest. So we have a separate tax accountant that handles our taxes for the company. But he needs to send us our asset listing because prior to this audit being done, the old controller only recorded assets in a way that made sense with their tax book. So they would basically write off all of their assets after 1 year, which you are allowed to do under tax law, but we are now filing with GAAP. We need to have our financial statements in accordance with GAAP in order to get through this audit. So they need to provide us an asset listing. Our tax accountant needs to provide us an asset listing so we can get all of our assets entered. And part of my responsibility is going to be determining if those assets that we expensed and just wrote off, if they're actually expensed or if they should be capitalized. And I do have some experience with that. I worked for a total of 3 years, a little more than 3 years, in fixed assets departments for 2 different companies, 2 different retail companies. So I do have some experience with whether or not to capitalize an asset or whether to expense it. So that's gonna be a big part of what I do. And I know that's gonna take me a long time because I know there are a lot of assets that should have been capitalized and they were expensed. So should be pretty interesting, and I will definitely keep you guys posted. That's what I think is going to cause some longer nights. So I've literally just been waiting for it to all hit me at once. So I will keep you guys posted. Okay, I made it. I'm in the parking lot. I have 2 minutes to spare, so I will see you guys on the inside. Okay, so I am heading back to work now. I drove all the way to Starbucks. When I say all the way, it's like a 10-minute drive. But we ran out of water in the office. Like, we ran out of filtered water. So I don't know, I don't know what kind of machine they have, but you have to resupply the machine with like pre-filtered water. So I was like, okay. And I told you guys this morning when I was making my coffee, I said, Florida water is toxic. Do not trust it. Do not drink it straight from the faucet. It is not good for you. And it also tastes really nasty and sometimes smells really bad. So I drove all the way to Starbucks over lunch to get a venti iced cup of water. Cup of ice water. Why did I say it like that? A venti cup of ice water. And so now I'm heading back, and this is probably the most road rage I have had in a 10-minute drive than I've ever had before. I just went on a rant, so I'm not gonna sit and make you guys listen to another rant, but I'm gonna focus on driving now and getting back to the office to finish the rest of my Tuesday. Hi guys, you can actually see me better than I thought you were going to be able to because it's like pitch black right now, but it is now 9 p.m. Garrett is driving us to go get ice cream. I left my camera in my car and I was just going to call it a loss for the day. I was going to leave you guys in the car overnight, but then Garrett decided that he wanted ice cream, so I decided that I wanted ice cream too. So here we are. And I left work at around, I left a little later today. I probably left work at like 7:15ish. So I got home at like 7:45 and ate some dinner, and that was pretty much it. Now we're getting ice cream, like I just said. I am exhausted. Yeah, anyways, I'm sorry. I'm so tired. I can't even form a sentence right now. But the point was we're getting ice cream.
And I'll do vanilla with that, with Butterfinger and salted caramel, please.
Happy Wednesday. I wanted to give you guys a work update from yesterday. So yesterday afternoon, I did end up getting the file that I was waiting on from our tax accountant that I told you guys about. It's just a list of all of our fixed assets, and we wanted to make sure that what we had in our system, it matched what our tax accountant had for tax purposes for our audit that's coming up. So I went through yesterday. That was the reason why I stayed late, was to tie out what we have in our system to what the tax accountant sent us for our fixed asset listing, and everything looked good. Our accounts were tying out, and today I have to work on tying out our depreciation along with my other tasks that I usually have throughout the day. And I just got ready. So I'm sitting here now, I have my morning coffee. Last night didn't really miss much. I left work somewhere between 7:15 and 7:30. Came home, Garrett had made chili, so that was super nice. He made dinner for the rest of the week basically, so that we could have leftovers and I wouldn't have to worry about what to eat when I came home on some later nights. And then we went and we got ice cream. We went to Culver's, which I filmed, and that was pretty much it. That was my night. Had dinner, ate ice cream, and went to bed. I'm also drinking a LaCroix this morning at before 7 a.m. I can't even see what time it is. 6:52 in the morning, because these are my new obsessions. I love LaCroix. I've actually only had the lemon one. I don't think I like the other ones. Well, I don't know, because I just said I haven't had the other ones, but the lemon one is my tried and true. When I want something that's not just plain water, I love these things. They are so good. They are my new obsession. I go through them. I probably go through 2 cases in a week. They're so good. Hi guys, it is about 12:30 now. It's lunchtime, so I'm having lunch in my car per usual. Honestly, I'm feeling really defeated today. I had 2 meetings this morning. The first one went really well. It only took like 10 minutes to get through. The second one didn't go so well. So I had a meeting from 8 to 9. It was more like 8 to 8:10 because it went really well. Super easy. And then I had another accounts receivables meeting that lasted for about an hour, and there was just a lot of discussion about it afterwards, and it wasn't anything that I was doing. I still just kind of feel like it's my responsibility somehow though, if that makes sense. Like, it's not my job to follow up on accounts receivable. All I do is like post the payments and stuff, but it's still something that I'm supposed to like stay on top of people about and like give them reminders. And I feel like I've tried. I feel like their team just needs a better process in place, so it's kind of tough. I don't know, so I feel bad. I feel bad that their process isn't going well, so I don't know. There was that, and then I also had a lot of invoice requests and a lot of follow-ups to do. I have to create a lot of invoices this afternoon, basically recreate invoices that were created before the company started using QuickBooks, and now we invoice through QuickBooks. So a lot of these really old jobs that we're trying to follow up on for payment, they have old invoices. So in order for us to do a follow-up, all we use now is QuickBooks. So we basically have to create the invoice from scratch, and it's just going to be a very long and time-consuming process on top of the other process that I mentioned to you guys, working more on fixed assets. I don't know, I think I'm in for a very busy afternoon and a busy day, and I don't feel the best today, and it's honestly just been kind of a rough day all around. I don't know, I almost feel like crying. But nothing even that bad happened. I think I'm just being dramatic and just already knowing it's gonna be a busy afternoon and a busy night. So I'm just trying to like prepare myself, and I need to talk myself down because it's not a big deal. I didn't do anything wrong today. It's just, it's been a lot, just one thing after another, but we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be okay. I still really like my job, so I need to be thankful and grateful that I have a job. I have a job that I like. I have a job that I'm still excited about and that I don't dread going to every day. Let's focus on the positives. And I have you guys. I love talking to you guys and making these videos. So, and I'm very thankful for every single person that watches and has subscribed. So thank you guys. You guys make my day, honestly. I don't want to rant through my entire lunch, so I am going to eat real quick. But that was basically my entire morning, was those 2 meetings. They took up most of my day and creating some invoices. So I haven't done a whole lot. Like I've done a lot because the meetings were a lot, but other than my meetings, I haven't done a whole lot else outside of those yet. But I definitely will be this afternoon. Okay, so I just got home from work and the afternoon wasn't that bad. It was pretty busy, but it was like a steady busy. So it wasn't terrible. It was a pretty good day overall. I feel less overwhelmed than I did when I talked to you guys at lunchtime. I was stressing and I was not having a good time. But the day ended better, so that's good. My boss is actually going to be out tomorrow and Friday. So Thursday and Friday, he's going to be gone. He's going to be working from home in the mornings on Thursday and Friday, but then he's going to be out the rest of the afternoons. So I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't gone into the office yet without him being there, and I feel like I ask him a million questions a day. So I am a little bit nervous, but it's going to be fine. He'll be back on Monday. If I have any really urgent questions, I'm sure they can wait until Monday. Not super stressed about it. I think we're going to be good. And I just put on some comfy clothes, which is the first thing I do when I get home. Every day I get home from work, I immediately put on comfy clothes because I just don't like to sit around in my dress pants when I could be comfy. I also just put in some laundry. I'm washing our towels. I'm also home alone right now, which is so weird. Probably isn't weird to most people. And I was thinking about it because when I graduated college, I lived at home for a couple of years and my dad worked at night and I was working during the day. So I was basically home by myself all the time and I never really thought anything of it. Like I basically felt like I lived on my own. So I don't know why that's so weird now that Garrett's not here. He's gonna be home shortly. I'd say in like the next 2 hours. He should be home by 8 o'clock tonight. And I got home early today. It's only 6 o'clock right now. Woohoo! So he should be home not super late. He's out doing something for work, but it's just weird because I'm used to him being here, and especially since we moved into this new apartment, I haven't really been here by myself because I usually get home after work. I usually get home later than he does after work, and I usually leave in the morning before he leaves for work. So it's just a weird feeling, I don't know. But I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy some alone time, and I'm actually probably going to start editing this vlog. Hi guys, good morning. I'm kind of scrambling around this morning. I really need to hurry up and leave. I just got ready for the day. I'm definitely dressed down a little bit today. I'm just wearing my jeans, which is fine. I've seen people wear jeans in my office before, so we're wearing jeans today. I only try to wear them like once a week, so today's gonna be my day. Like I said, I'm kind of scrambling around right now, so I'm going to go grab my coffee. I already have my morning cup of coffee, but I'm gonna go grab a cup and take it with me, and we are gonna get going. I'm using my Starbucks Christmas cup as my to-go cup for coffee this morning. I just stepped outside in my car to eat my lunch, as I always do in my car every day. And this morning went pretty well so far. My boss is not here, so he's been online like on and off, so I'm sure if I have any questions I can ask him. It's been a pretty busy morning so far, and I think it's going to be a really busy afternoon as well, but that's okay. I don't mind that. It always makes the day go faster. It's already 12:45, so that is great. The morning flew by. I love when that happens. And so this morning I had an 8 a.m. meeting. That meeting was from 8 to 9, and that went pretty well. Lots of updates, but that's always a good thing. I'm glad that they're following up on their jobs and everything, so that was good. It was very productive, I felt. And then what did I do? I had a lot of checks come in today, so that's also part of what I was working on. The checks are dropped off on my desk, and then I have to mark them as paid in both QuickBooks and in our internal system. So we have like our own internal accounting system to track payments, and then we also apply payments in QuickBooks when we receive them through checks. Obviously, if they want to pay online through their QuickBooks link, people can do that, but living in Florida, a lot of the population is older, so they like to still send checks in. So I do receive mostly check payments. I would say actually like a lot more check payments than QuickBook payments, which is kind of surprising, but also again, not if you know the demographic down here. And it's actually really nice out today. I think this is the first day this week where it's gotten to like 80 degrees, which is so exciting. I'm so happy the sun is coming back. I feel like December, January, and February were really dreary in Florida, and I don't remember it being like that last year. So I'm so happy that the sun has come back. It's like 80 degrees, really sunny, beautiful day. And that just makes my Thursday so much better because I usually don't take the full hour for my lunch. I might today, but I usually try to eat pretty quickly because then I also don't have to stay late. So if I finish my work early, I can leave obviously whenever I finish my work. Not that I would leave before 5. I always stay until at least 5, sometimes later if I don't get done. So that's why I usually try to hurry up and eat my lunch. But today, I think I'm going to take the full hour for my lunch, as I deserve, and I think I should still be able to leave at a reasonable time, like before 6 o'clock tonight. So we should be good. Hair looks absolutely nuts, but I just got home from work. Oh my gosh. I need help. But I just got home from work and we are headed to Walmart now because we are out of coffee. Tragic, I know. So we really need more coffee. What else? Coffee, paper towels, all that fun stuff. You guys really don't care. It's not that exciting, but we do need to make a quick grocery run. So off to Walmart. Why is Walmart?
Off to Walmart?
So off to Walmart.
Babe, get it together.
I can't say Walmart. Off to Walmart we go.
There you go.
Just had to scream it. Okay, it's been a hot minute since I've talked to you guys. I'm really sorry. I left off on Thursday night. It is now Friday, so happy Friday, woohoo. It is 12:54 now, so I'm having my lunch, and actually the day is more than halfway over, thank goodness. I'm so happy it's Friday. I feel like I really need this weekend. But the morning has gone pretty well so far. Again, I apologize for not filming, but I was really scrambling this morning. I've been really busy, but that's not a bad thing. It made the morning go by so fast. And like I said, it's almost 1 o'clock, and I actually do that on purpose. I really like having my afternoons feel short and go by quickly. So I usually try and take a later lunch. I usually try and eat somewhere between like 12:30 and 1. And at least that's when I like to start my lunch is between 12:30 and 1. And then I finish and it's like between 1:30 and 2. So it's really nice. It just makes the afternoon go by so much faster. And plus I was really busy this morning anyways. So the morning went by fast too. And hopefully it will continue to go by fast. I worked on entering some assets. So that was the biggest thing that I wanted to get done, and I think I pretty much got where I wanted to be. I would ideally like to be a little further and add a couple more assets and do a little bit more research, but I think I'm at a stopping point for now, at least until my boss comes back on Monday, because I have quite a few questions and I feel like I'm just kind of at a stopping point until he gets back, which is totally fine. I don't think it's anything super urgent, and I got the majority of assets entered that I needed to. So I think we are in really good shape, actually. We're in better shape than I was expecting to be at 1 o'clock on Friday, so very happy about that. They also ordered us pizza today, so they're having pizza for lunch, and they put it in our kitchen that we have. But I didn't eat the pizza, which I'm really sad about, and they brought it in, and it smelled so good, and I wanted to eat it so badly, but I already packed my lunch, and I didn't want it to go to waste, and plus I'm trying to eat healthy, because I don't know about you guys, but I have a really bad habit of like eating healthy in the mornings and in the afternoons, and then when it comes to dinner, even dinner I usually eat pretty well, but then I just snack. Like at night I get so hungry and I just snack, and it doesn't matter even if I eat a lot during the day, I still want to snack at night. So I'm like, I might as well eat healthy during the day to make up for my snacking at night. That's just one habit that is very, very tough to break. So I forgot what my point was in saying all that. Oh yeah, they ordered pizza. That was it. That's how we got here, was that my office ordered pizza. But overall, I'm feeling pretty tired. I brought a coffee with me for this afternoon, so I'm really excited to drink that. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my lunch so that we can crank through the rest of this afternoon. Hi guys, surprise, surprise, I forgot to close out another vlog. So here I am. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. Honestly, it's been about 2 months since I recorded that video, so I'm so glad that I'm finally able to edit it and get it posted for you all. Work finally slowed down a little bit, so very excited to get back into posting these videos for you. And again, just thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.
At 29 and I find myself